Pisces, and welcome to my channel, and thank you for taking the time to watch this video. This is a work and career reading for Pisces from the 3rd to the 17th of September 2018. Please don't forget to watch your moon and rising signs. If you want a personal reading, I put the details of my website and my email address in the description box, so please get in touch with me. I put the decks I'm using down in the description box, and I put links to Amazon and eBay if you want to purchase the decks. And please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave me some comments if these messages resonate with you. So I'm going to do a general energy read, and then I'm going to do the general tarot read after that. So the first card is that you've got a recovery from some sort of financial loss that you went through, and you're now starting to pay off your debts. There are achievements, rewards, and recognition. So you're getting recognized and appreciated more in the work that you're doing. So you are recovering from some kind of loss, and you're starting to pay off all those debts that you owe at the moment. So you've had just recently a insurance payout, and maybe that's why you're able to have the money to pay off these debts, and you're recovering from this kind of loss. And there's been a new job opportunity for you, so maybe you've started something new recently. So the advice for the future is to be positive and watch out for some unforeseen expenses coming in for you. So make sure that you are not overspending, and this particular expense that comes in might be something necessary expenses, but they are unforeseen at this particular moment. So that being the scenario coming up in the energies for that week or 2 weeks. So I've shuffled this deck. I'm just going to draw some cards from it. Okay, so the main energies of the cards are the Devil, and this usually shows, energies that have, connotations where you're being restricted and you're being tied up by forces really beyond your control. So you're trying to climb up this ladder of success, but this whatever it is like hindering you, whatever outside forces that you cannot control. So you're being restricted in some sort of way. You're not really seeing the light of the situations. There's no clarity coming in over here, and you're, you might be in the dark about a lot of things that are going on. You are feeling as though you are, chained to maybe this job, working very, very hard, trying to make things happen, and things are not really going as planned. So maybe you feel like you're fighting a losing battle, if you like. So working very, very hard, very, very restricted, and you might be feeling like you're being manipulated as well, because that also comes out with the Devil card. Maybe you've been handed some information, and some information is not being given to you, so you can't seem to break through and move quickly ahead. You're being hindered from going through with this Devil card. So this energy is very restrictive, and it's also very inhibiting. So you can't seem to obstructive. You can't seem to move forward as well with this Devil energy. Also, the Devil might also talk about having some sort of codependency or something. So you might be overstressed. You might be drinking too much, or you have some sort of thing that you're overdoing. You're overdoing a habit that you have, and you need to give that up because it's not good for you. It's not working for you at this particular moment. So the main situation, you've got the Six of Chalices, and you've got the Knave of Swords. So the Six of Chalices shows that you might be looking a lot to your past experiences to try to bring them into your present situation of work, but they don't seem to be changing whatever your job is. it doesn't seem to be improving your work circumstances by looking to the past and bringing in those methods. So those methods that you're using might be a bit old, maybe a bit outdated, and it might not be what everybody wants in their, it might not be the latest thing that people want, and that might be the thing that is hindering you from progressing. So you might need to change the way you do things to modernize. You've got the Knave of Swords coming in, so some sort of message coming in for you. It is a very harsh truth that is coming in, and you can see this man is got his hands over his ears. So this particular message that is coming in doesn't seem to be something that you want to hear. So maybe somebody's telling you you need to change the way you're doing things. You're doing things in a very old-fashioned way, and this is not something that you want to hear. If you see this man is looking at this Knave of Swords, so this message that's coming is just blunt truth, telling you what it is or how it is, and you are not willing to change the way you're doing things, because you can see he's making all these vases the same way, and he hasn't changed at all the way he's doing things, and this might not be the best plan or the best design for these vases. So, but he doesn't want to change his ways. So you might be being a bit stubborn and not wanting to change the way you're doing things, but some sort of truth is coming in to tell you. Somebody's bringing that. You might be dealing with somebody who is telling you you need to change the way you're doing things. You need to modernize in order for you to move forward. So in the past, you've got the Hierophant. This shows that there was some sort of information or guidance that you have received. Somebody has given you this information, or you have gone seeking for it. So you've been looking for, maybe you've been doing research, maybe you've been contacting groups of people, or maybe you've been going back and doing some extra courses. So the Hierophant is a card of information, knowledge, and this is what you have been looking for. This is what you've been doing for the last year, trying to get more information on how to change the way you do things. But the Hierophant tends to be stuck in tradition, so maybe you've been using all that old information to do the things that you're doing, and maybe it is with this Six of Cups, might be a time for you now to start changing and stop going down the traditional path, but changing to a more modern way of doing things. Whatever's going on over there, it seems like it's causing a lot of conflict amongst the people that you're working with. So there is a lot of arguments going on between people that you're working with or working who are working for you. You are having to step in as a mediator to diffuse the situation. So what's in your mind? You've got a lot of ideas that you want to do. You've got a lot of vision for the future. You haven't actually brought it out or done any of it, but you've got all these ideas about what you want to do. So although you're stuck a little bit in the past, you do have a vision for the future, and you have all these, you can see all these new cups, so these new ideas that have come in, and you see them, and you know that whatever these new ideas are, they are going to bring you a lot of abundance if you implement them. So going into the future, you've got the Eight of Pentacles, which shows hard at work. So, you might be now, in the scenario where you are working very, very hard at this. It's a very skilled piece of work. You're working with a lot of people. It's some sort of industry that requires, there's multitasking going along. So you're probably making some sort of product, and you're making it from scratch. So you're starting from the basics and you're working your way, and everybody's got a job to do, and everybody seems to be very organized, and they're all learning as well as they're doing. So they're all pretty much stepping in and doing their part and working pretty well. So it's working like a well-oiled machine with this Eight of Pentacles. And you've got the Knave of Wands, and that is probably you, somebody who is in charge, and you are trying to build up something, some sort of business, maybe build yourself up in your business or in your career, and you're working pretty hard. You have all your ideas that you are using with this Knave of Wands, and you can see this man is carrying the ropes, and so you are a person who's very hands-on and gets the job done. You've got the scaffolding over there, you've got the man with the rope, so you've got people that are working for you, but you are also doing a lot of work yourself. What people see you as, they might see you as somebody who's being very generous, a very generous, caring, nurturing person, and everything that you hand out, you're very caring about the people you work for, and you assist them, and you help them in times of trouble and need, and you're a very, very loyal kind of friend, a loyal kind of employee. So what's going on with you? You've been carrying a lot of burdens and responsibilities, and this is on your hopes and fears. So you got the Ten of Wands over here, which shows that all this responsibility that you're carrying is causing you a lot of distress at this particular moment. Maybe you're working to deadlines, and you're having to work very, very hard, and it is traumatizing you in a sense. You are asking for extensions of time, and maybe you're hoping that time will be extended so that you can produce whatever results or get through this work, but it doesn't seem like anybody is listening, and you feel as though you're being beaten so that you can do this work and get things done, and nobody's listening to the fact that you're being so burdened by all these responsibilities. And you can see them all these poles are sharp points, so you have to get them done, and you're being flogged almost so that you can get this piece of work done, and this is really upsetting you. So going into the future, you've got the High Priestess, the Three of Wands, and Temperance. So the High Priestess speaks about, this is a very nurturing person that you might need to approach for some sort of assistance. Also, with the High Priestess, you need to always ask the right questions. The High Priestess is somebody who doesn't really reveal everything to you as soon as you ask for it. They might be speaking in riddles. So the information that is around, you will have to look for it, it seems, and you'll have to rely on your own instincts to actually find that information. It might be hidden information, so you have to delve very deeply and do a lot of research. And this is what this card is advising. In order for you to find this information, you will have to research thoroughly and look at all the scenarios in order to get the information you need to progress. And once you have that information, the Three of Wands comes in, so it means that the work gets a little bit easier. Although you're still working hard, you see these people are planting seeds and pushing oxen, so you are going to be working very, very hard, but working with somebody to achieve something. So the work will move forward, and it will eventually become very productive, because these fields will produce crop. So you need this information that is being hidden from you, or hidden information. So it might mean that you need to take some courses or go for some further education in order for you to work better. So these are things that you need to improve your skills, your information you need to improve your skill sets, but it's also information that will help you work, do the work better and with more confidence. But it's going to be really, really hard work, and it involves working with somebody, so collaborating and working with somebody. And it is a project, an enterprise that you're working, and you'll have to work pretty hard. So it talks about working with people or with somebody, so collaborating with somebody, and they will work just as hard as you are in order to produce that abundance. But the abundance will come because you've got the sun rising there, so abundance will come in. And you've got the Temperance card over here, so it says you just need to make sure that you're balancing yourself, and that you are not overstressed, and let go of all the things from the past, because this is sarcophagus, so you've got to bury the past. So any old ideas, you've got to really cut them out. You've got to reinvent yourself and move forward. So cutting out the old, changing the way you do things. So Temperance also talks about changing your direction, your pathway in life, in order for you to move forward. And you have to reach a balance. You have to reach a point of moderation where you're not doing anything in excess. So, you have to make sure everything is balanced. You keep your temper. You are, just very, very moderate about things. And don't look and live in the past. So take whatever lessons you have and move forward. So the Six of Chalices is saying that, you don't want to change. You've got your ears covered and you don't want to listen, that you need this new change to come in with this Knave of Swords in how you are approaching things and how you are doing things. And the Temperance card is saying that, you need to let go of those past, the old way you were trained, and you have to move forward. So bury those old lessons and go into for the High Priestess says you need new information coming in. Whereas the Hierophant deals with old information, and traditions. The high priestess deals with more current things, so you need to, because see, she's got children here, so you need to have growing information. Your information needs to be changing as the work is changing, and in order to, you have to bring in this new information into your work in order for it to start making a difference and for it to start becoming productive. And you'll have to cut out that old information and go forward with the new. So abandoning the old, changing your direction in life. Whatever you're working, whatever company or whatever business you're working with, everybody knows their job and they're doing it very, very well, and be aware of that. So, and people do see you as a really good leader. They do see you as somebody who is very generous and somebody who is very caring. So they like working with you. They enjoy working with you, and they feel that you are very nurturing and very sustaining. But you are stuck in the past a little bit, so you need to change the way you do things. So the first card is the Emperor, which says use logic and structure to increase your success. Get organized, a firm and compassionate leader. And that's who you are. So you need to put in a bit of logic. Maybe this being stuck in the past is being very emotional. So use your logic and structure. Be organized, and then you will be able to gain success. And the star says, look to the future with hope and optimism. The power of faith to move mountains. Happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. So the star says, you have to have hope and be optimistic. Try not to get depressed, and have faith in yourself and in the work that you're doing. And you've got the Wheel of Fortune coming in for you, which says delays are over, a sudden and unexpected good luck, a new car or travel. So you've got the Wheel as coming as well. So you've got 3 major arcana cards over here. That means that things are big changes are coming in for you. With the Wheel, there's definitely a good change, and it's a big change, and there's going to be forward movement for you with the Wheel. So any kind of delays are going to be over, and you need to be more optimistic, and you're being guided, because the star talks about divine guidance. You are getting inspiration, so listen to your gut feelings and go by that. The High Priestess also talks about following your intuition. So do what you have the experience, and with the experience comes the intuition. So you have that in order to move forward and be the leader that you are within this particular scenario. So if you're in a management position, follow your instincts and things will move in your favor. And but you need to actually modernize. It seems that that's the message that is coming through, because you're working hard but not modern enough. So you need to bring in these new ideas, out with the old, in with the new, and that will start moving you forward. So I hope that this reading has resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave me a comment if it has. Thank you so much for watching. Take care now. Goodbye.